Another one of cricket's Fab Four exits the Test arena as Kane Williamson follows Virat Kohli's footsteps and retires from international cricket. Hello everybody and welcome back to Full House Sports. Here myself Charlie, and before the video starts, please like, comment and subscribe. Anything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try and become a one-man sports news bandwagon. Yes, I was going to do a video, to be honest, almost contrasting Kane Williamson with Ben Stokes and what's going on at the minute with two in this series, but I feel like that would be massively disrespectful towards Williamson to not just give him a video and the time in his own right, because I said at the top there, he is, for me personally, and this sounds weird coming from an Englishman, and obviously Root should be my favourite, but out of Root, Smith, Kohli and Williamson, I think Williamson was probably my favourite out of the four, and I think for a lot of reasons. One, because I thought everything he ever did, he handled with such class. You know, I always reflect on the way he handled the 2019 World Cup loss when, quite simply, he could have bemoaned it and he'd have been in with every right. The whole more boundaries thing, he could have quite easily come out and thrown his toys out the pram. And do you know what? There probably been a lot of people who would have got it. But in typical Kiwi fashion, he handled it with such grace and such humility and humour that I think from then on in, I sort of looked and thought, what a top man this is. And by no means was that the sort of introduction of him. I mean, he'd been player of the tournament in that tournament, but you know, he's been an outstanding player for many years, played with such soft hands, and a man who I think it showed when you look at how well he's batted in terms of all three formats. I think a man very similar to Kohli in many aspects, who could play all three formats and had gears. There wasn't this, you know, oh, he's a T20 player taking Test cricket, or, you know, or we're worried because if he's on strike, he won't be able to keep the run rate up, if it's 1 days. He could do it all. And I think fundamentally for me, that is a massive part as to why he's probably one of my favourite out of them. It's saddening that he's dipped out when he has. But again, I think it demonstrates the class of the man that he's gone, right, the time's up. I'm not going to hold the spot. I'm not going to selfishly go for the 485 more runs that I need to get to 10,000. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to bow out now when I know that the time is right. And again, handled with such grace and decorum. And it's a shame. I think the game of cricket, New Zealand cricket, will no doubt be worse off without him. I mean, you know, people talk about Martin Crowe. He, for me, perhaps recency bias, I think he's on a level, on a par with Martin Crowe in terms of New Zealand's greatest batsman and the batsmen they've produced. I think them two are definitely level. And it's a big loss for the game of cricket. It really is. But again, like I say, he almost admitted the hunger's gone and I don't want to play anymore. I just wanted to do a deep video really to just pay tribute to a man who, outstanding when you look at the statistics. Statistics sometimes lie, but the centuries he scored, the situations he batted. I think as well, another important thing to remember is, out of those four, he played by far the least Test cricket. He doesn't play as much as Australia, India, and India, Australia, and England. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. So for him to still be up there, it's fantastic. And I think the crowning glory will definitely be the fact that he is only the second New Zealand captain to lift silverware in terms of lifting that ICC Test Championship, which was very well deserved. And although it might not be in comparison to the ICC World Cup, the history might not be there, but still deserves a huge amount of credit. So yeah, massive respect to Kane Williamson as he bows out from cricket. As always, guys, let us know what you think. Please like, comment and subscribe. Everything you guys do is greatly appreciated as I try to become a one-man sports news bandwagon. As always, have a great day.